Hello everyone, it's Myriam and welcome back to my channel. So this week's video is going to be a small gouache and watercolor painting time lapse. It's of a painting I did in a new sketchbook of mine. It's a Saunders Waterford watercolor sketchbook. The paper is 100% cotton, 300 GSM, cold press, all the yummy things. It's beautiful. It's got a deckled edge on the right side, and that, for those of you who don't know, it's when one of the sides of the paper has that kind of rough handmade paper texture or kind of ripped paper texture. It's quite common in good quality watercolor paper and watercolor sheets, and I absolutely love it. It was a gift from a very good friend of mine, and I hadn't worked in it yet because I wanted to have a worthy concept for the first page, because I didn't want to be hit with this daunting first page syndrome. And also quick note, what you see me do here is transfer my sketch to my final paper using the pink paper that you've seen. I've sandwiched it between my sketch and my sketchbook, and that paper is coated on one side with a kind of dry ink type of pigment, and whenever it's pressed or drawn on, it will transfer onto the paper underneath. It's carbon paper and it's really useful, especially if you don't have access to a light box or that kind of thing. It's really convenient to transfer sketches, and I use it quite a lot. So this video is going to be quite a chilled one because as some of you, if you follow me on Instagram, may have seen, I am overwhelmingly busy. I feel like I say that all the time. It might be the case. I'm quite good at just piling stuff on myself. And the thing is, I thrive when I'm busy, and even if it stresses me out, I do actually prefer being very busy a lot of the time, because I feel productive and I feel like I'm doing a lot of things. But anyway, I have a lot of things to do, especially because I have Inktober coming up. And to those of you asking if I'm participating this year, yes, I absolutely am. I won't pass up the fun that is Inktober, and I'm absolutely terrified because last year went so... it went so well. It was such an unexpected success that this year is terrifying, because I know that I won't be able to reproduce that kind of level of success. So I'm really scared that I'm going to disappoint everyone. But you know, it's a really fun challenge anyway, and I can't let that stop me. So I will be doing my thing. I haven't quite decided what I want to do, apart from the fact that I want to use brush pens and red and black ink. I will have a full video about my plans for Inktober, my supplies, as well as some advice and some tips if any of you are starting for the first time or trying it again, anything that I've learned from last year and completing it. I'll have some announcement about my Inktober booklet from last year. I'll be releasing a second edition, and also if I manage to finish this year, I'll do another design if I can. But basically, I'll tell you all about this in next week's video, hopefully, if I manage to put it together, but we'll see how I manage to organize my time. But the main answer is yes, I am definitely participating. I'm definitely going to do my best to have some videos up. I'll probably not do a daily video. I don't know how anyone's sanity can actually withstand doing a daily video for Inktober. I find that absolutely... it stresses me out seeing it in other people, so I can't even imagine the effect it would have on me trying to do it. I mean, 2 videos a week last year already nearly killed me, so I think I'm gonna stick to 2 videos a week. But hopefully I'll be able to complete it again. It's such a fun challenge, and if you don't want to participate in Inktober, but you kind of want to do a challenge anyway, there's tons of Drawtobers and just various drawing events. There's just tons going on in October, and I'll break a lot of it down in my Inktober video. So if you guys are interested in knowing what other alternative events are going on in October, then I'll be covering some of that in my video next week also. So just to talk a little bit about this drawing in particular, all the supplies I use in my paintings are always down in the description below if you want to know any of the details. But in this one I used mostly watercolor, my White Night watercolors, as well as some Winsor&Newton watercolors, and I used some regular gouache for the face and the hands. Just Winsor&Newton, I think, gouache, just a mix of different brands. I have a lot of individual tubes floating around of all sorts of different brands. And the background was actually done in acrylic gouache, the Turner acrylic gouache, I believe. I'm yet to actually do a full piece just with acrylic gouache. I would like to do a video kind of telling you how I feel about it, because it's obviously a bit different to normal gouache, and it's got, you know, pros and cons like anything, and I'm really intrigued, and I like trying new mediums. Just haven't really had the time to try it out properly, but I hope I'll do that in 2021 when I finally get more time, if that ever happens. No, I'm joking. I do definitely want to use the acrylic gouache properly at some point, but I'm a bit scared by it, I think, because part of it is that the tubes are so much smaller than regular gouache that I'm just worried about running out of it too quickly. But anyway, I've included some little peeling of the tape because I figured that you might enjoy that. The painting is not quite finished. I do tend to take the tape off in the middle of me painting, once I vaguely know that my background is ready, and then I go back and do some more tweaks to the actual painting itself again once I've taken the tape off. It just brings the painting together, and it makes me feel a bit more a bit happy about it. I get a better idea of what it's going to finally look like in the end. So I always take the tape off a bit earlier than when I'm finished. Oh yeah, and in this painting I also used some watercolor pencils, Faber Castell watercolor pencils. I didn't actually take advantage of their watercolor pencil qualities. I didn't reactivate them with water or anything. I just really like how creamy they are, and so they're really nice for like outlining my paint, as you can see I've done in here on this painting, and I just really like using them. I had them for ages. They were a gift from my boyfriend, and I never really got around to using them because I'm not very used to that medium, but I really want to try and use them more in the future. I could possibly do a video about it if you guys would be interested. But anyway, here's the painting I did today. I know it might look a little bit different to my usual style, but this is something I'm trying to experiment with a bit more, because I love the kind of lines and edginess of my sketches, and I would like that to come into play in my paintings also. So I hope you liked this piece, and I'll see you next week for another video. Take really good care of yourselves, everyone. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.